Yo, what's up, you guys? Day Supreme, back to another video, and welcome to episode 8, I believe, of Mail-Mania. We're finally back to the normal deal of Mail-Mania. I know the previous episode was just re-uploaded older videos, but yeah, we're finally back to the normal style of Mail-Mania. I got one package to kick this episode off. What I'm gonna say is, get ready for a lot of nostalgia. This video is gonna be filled to the brim with just that, a lot of nostalgia. I do apologize as well. My hands are a little dirty. I got off of work not so long ago. Well, just got home, so yeah, I do apologize about my hands. But yes. Anyways, like I said, get ready for a lot of nostalgia, especially if you started collecting like wrestling figures from like the early 2010s. This video is gonna be filled with that. So this is the first package I got. I'm very excited for this one. So I'm gonna get it cut open here. I think another reason too why I'm doing this is, well, there's two reasons. One is because I miss the old style of wrestling figures, and now that now that I'm older and I'm making money, I can finally go back and buy the figures I missed out on when I was younger. But I miss this style of wrestling figures. It's definitely nostalgia. The newer figures are alright, but I don't know, something about them just isn't really my cup of tea. Here's the boots of the figure. Knocked my light over. Also, there he is. Also, I'm really thinking about starting my pick fed. SHW, Super Hardcore Wrestling. SHW has been something that I've wanted to do ever since 2014. If you guys saw the videos I re-uploaded of my Flex Force collection and like all those videos, you guys will see it like in my entrance stage. I had a little SHW hand drawn sign. I was gonna have a stop motion fed, but never really started it. Now I really just want to start a pick fed. I don't know. We'll see if I actually do it, but this is why I'm buying a lot of these figures as well. Let me do this off camera too, so I can just pull it right out. But very excited for this figure. Oh no, I dropped his deal. Okay. Okay, good. There it is. Thankfully, it didn't roll underneath my desk. So, we got, I don't remember what series this is, but we got King Booker. Here we got Booker T. Dude, this figure looks awesome. I remember seeing this figure like in a lot of stop motions or like pick feds. Here's his little thing. I don't remember what it's called, but man, look at this figure. Dude, I'm so happy to finally have this figure in my collection. Okay, I was a little worried. I thought the T was scratched off, but it's just because it's not reflecting. Like, it's a silver, so it looked like it was just, looked like the white or whatever. Yeah, here's the back of the figure. Dude, like, it's a little banged up, you know, as you can see, like, in the calves and all that. It's a little scratched up, but I'm not worried about that. Like, I'm just happy to finally have this figure in my collection. Like, another reason too is I just want to get, well, I already explained it earlier. I just want to get Thomas. Sorry, my cat is, he walked in here and now he's scratching cardboard that's on the floor. So sorry about that. But anyways, what was I saying? Just collecting these figures that I missed out on when I was younger, and just going back and buying them. It just, I'm excited to do it. But yeah, so this is the first figure. I got a few more from this era. I can't wait to show you guys what I got. And I don't know when, but I will start making episodes for SHW. Now, they won't be coming out a lot because obviously I do have a full-time job. It's going to be hard. So I need to kind of pick and choose when I animate or work on the pick fed. I got 4 quote-unquote pay-per-views, little pay-per-views. I don't know if I'll do like normal shows alongside the pay-per-views. I think I'm just gonna do the pay-per-views and just space them out between like 4 months or whatever. We'll see how it all works out. I don't know. I don't really have everything mapped out yet, but yeah, at some point, hopefully by this year, I will start uploading episodes for SHW, Super Hardcore Wrestling. So kind of excited. But yeah, I'm very excited to go through this episode of Mail-Mania. So yeah, see you guys in the next clip. And I'm back. So I got this new package. Well, not new, but I got this other package. Almost said from Ringside Collectibles. I don't know why I'm thinking about Ringside. But here it is. So it's a little, not really big. But yeah, as you guys can see, the Booker T is still there. I think I'm just going to start lining up the figures that I get and just keeping them on the desk. We'll see. But it's just this one package. For some reason, eBay's, or, well, not really eBay, but I'm just being drip fed my, my packages instead of getting them in a bulk. It's just like, here's one, and here's another one. Hopefully tomorrow I get like a bulk of them. We'll see though. So, yeah, pretty excited. Again, a lot of these figures, well, all these figures are going to be very nostalgic. A few of these are going to be for customs, as this one is. But, yeah, so, going to get it out of the box here. I'm going to be honest, they really used a massive box for just one figure. Okay, so, all this, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that they took the time to secure it and, you know, everything. But mind you, this is just one figure. Okay, so I got it out. Let me make sure. Well, is there... Okay, no. I thought there was another one in there. It was just the wrapping paper. So in that box was this one figure, John Morrison. So yeah, I'm going to be using this Morrison for a custom that box with some residue on my desk. That sucks. But yeah, I got this Morrison. I'm going to be using this for a custom. So, yeah, you guys will see once I get the other figures. Hopefully I get them tomorrow, but yeah, this Morrison actually doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty good, honestly. Yeah, maybe someday I'll buy another one of these so I don't use this one for a custom, but yeah, so, well, that's it for this part of Mail-Mania. So, super underwhelming, I know. I do apologize, but, yeah, so anyways, I'll see you guys in the next clip. And I'm back. So I got two new packages. Got this one right here, and I got this one. So we'll check them out here. But before we take a look at the packages, I want to show you guys something. So I made this last night. This is a fix-up of a main event figure. It's CM Punk, the battle pack of almost Roman Reigns, Randy Orton and CM Punk. Yeah, so I did a lower arm swap and I did a head swap. Lower arms came from the return basic CM Punk. From his match against Brock Lesnar, I believe. And I did a head swap with one of his new elites. I think this looks pretty good. I do want to buy some more main event figures in the future. I'm not going to start collecting like a whole bunch of them, but I would like to get some more. I have a small collection. That's like one of my first videos on this channel was me doing a collection video of the main event figures. So yeah, I'm probably going to get some more in the future. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go like head first into buying a whole bunch of these, but yeah, I just would like to buy a few of them. But yeah, I just wanted to show this off fast. There's no rhyme or reason as to why I was showing it off. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the packages. So I think first we'll go into the bag. So let me get my knife here. Let me cut this open. I think there's one more that's going to arrive today, hopefully. We'll see. Alright, so this is the first figure. Let me take it out of the baggie here. If I can open it. There we go. Perfect. So, here we got NXT TakeOver Elite Series 1 Austin Aries. I already have this figure, but I did an arm swap years and years ago, so I put the Elite arms onto a basic. Here's this little, oh man, that is dusty. I'll have to clean it, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I already have one, so. But yeah, so here's the figure. Oh man, this figure is really dusty. This one must have been sitting on the shelf for years. My allergies are going to kill me, so I better clean this up here in a little bit. But yeah, so pretty cool. I'm happy to have this back in my collection. It never left my collection. But like I said, like I was saying, I put these arms onto the basic Austin Aries. And then I had those funky basic arms on the Elite. But now I have these normal Elite arms back on this Austin Aries. I don't know if I made any sense at all. But yeah, also, remember this matchup from, what was it, Bound for Glory or, what was the other pay-per-view? Not Bound for, was it Bound for Glory? Or was it Slammiversary? I don't remember. But where, Austin Aries no-sold, the Starship Pain from, John Morrison, and then just left TNA. So, fun memories. Anyways, continuing on. Continuing on, we got one more package. One more should hopefully be coming today. At least that's what eBay's saying. My other ones should arrive on Monday, hopefully. Yeah, let me get this opened up here. So this figure isn't too exciting. because what's in this package is already on my desk, which is weird, I know, but I'll explain here in a little bit. So, okay, I think I got it open. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. So here we got the headpiece, and then here we got the figure. Let me throw that into the pile of cardboard. So here we got the John Morrison figure. Now you're probably like, Dave, why do you have another John Morrison? And I'll show you guys once I get the other figure to complete this custom. You guys probably already know where I'm going with this, but I won't say anything until I actually get the figure. So let me pull this jacket off. So I do have 2 of these jackets, which is like perfect for what I need it for. Just kind of playing into my pick fed SHW. Hopefully, I really want to start doing that. Okay, this one's a lot tighter, so I might have to swap these parts onto this Morrison. But we'll see. Yeah, because this one is, yeah, that's a massive difference. Like, okay, so let me do it from torso. That's a massive difference, dude. But yeah, so thankfully not all the Morrisons are like that then. But yeah, I got another one of these Morrisons. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing basically the same thing. Whoops, hit my cup. Let's hold my phone up. So I'm going to be taking these arms from this Morrison, putting it onto that Morrison, and then I'm waiting for a specific head, which should show up hopefully soon. But yeah, for the meantime, that's it for this part. I will see you guys in the next clip. And I'm back. So it's later in the day today. Got this package right here. Pretty cool. Very, very bright and colorful packaging, I will say. So yeah, let's get this cracked open. This will be the last figure for today, and then I think the rest will hopefully come on Monday, I think. But yeah, let me get this cut open here. And then, yeah, we'll just have to wait for the figures on Monday. So, here we go. Let me just... Alright. Pretty cool. Let me check this out. Nice. Okay, so, what I got was, I believe... Okay, let me show you guys the figures first, and I'll start talking about it. But, here we got Elite Goldberg. So, I believe this Goldberg came with the Raw ring, was it? Back in 2017, I believe. I think it was the Raw ring. I could be wrong. Yeah, the figures just, I don't know why. A lot of these figures are so dusty. It's so weird. But yeah, so yeah, we got Goldberg. Pretty nice. I am happy to have this Goldberg in my collection. So yeah, this is how it's looking so far. As you guys can see when I started this video, this is gonna be a very nostalgic episode of Mail-Mania. So yeah, but happy I finally have this Goldberg. I'm waiting on, I think it's 2 more packages. And then I do have this John Morrison right here. I still need to do the body or the arm and head swap. And I'll probably put the John Morrison head onto this body, and then I'll use that John Morrison body for the other custom. But yeah, so I think just 2 more packages, and then that'll be it for this episode of Mail-Mania. So yeah, anyways, what? So anyways, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next clip. And I'm back. So I got 2 packages. So I got this one right here, a little small one, and then we got this bigger one right here. It is hot. It is very hot. There is sweat actually running down my face right now. So I'm gonna try and hurry this up. Plus, I do have some plans today, so I don't really have that much time to record. So I'm gonna just kind of speed run this. So yeah, got 2 figures. I'll be able to finish my John Morrison custom here today. Well, actually, let me show you guys here. So let me just put the box right there. So I actually just got done swapping these like a few minutes ago. So this is the new John Morrison. Well, the newer John Morrison of the 2. So I finally swapped the head, so it's a little bit more stiff. As you can see, it's not wobbling all over. This is the old John Morrison, as you can see. But still the same arms. So you guys will see what I'm going to do here with that. And that's what's in this box right here. So I think I just need to cut the tape here, and then we should be good to go. Then I'll customize everything at the end, because I will have a few more customs to show you guys. So I can cut through that tape. There we go. Let me open up this box. Perfect. Oh, there's still a box right down there. So here we got the figure in this bag. You just pull them out. Hopefully this looks okay. This is a custom I've had for years. I don't know how it's gonna look. It might look really bad, but so here we got Joey Mercury on a Seth Rollins body. Obviously I just need it for the head. You guys can kind of see where I'm going for with this. I want to make a fantasy version of Eminem. What if Joey Mercury and John Morrison got back together and created Eminem? So yeah, the head is definitely not gonna match that skin tone. That's gonna suck. But yeah, we're gonna put this head on that body. So we'll do that here. But first, before I do that, let me actually open up this box right here. So I got a lot more figures in here. Some for customs, some for just to have, and for the pick fed. So let me get this box open. I ordered a ton of figures from the seller. So yeah, I definitely will do business with them again. So let me open this up here. There we go. Yeah, it is hot, guys. It's like really bad. Like actively there is sweat dripping from my face. So yeah. Let me rip this off so it doesn't get in the way of the camera. Then I can just put the box right in front of you guys, and I'll just pull everything out as I, grab it. So here we go. So let me move Morrison over here. Let me move all these just right over here. So we've got a whole bunch of paper. So I'll just pull up on this. I don't think anything important is showing here. No, I don't think so. I almost dropped my box, or my phone. So let me throw the paper right over here. Alright, let me move the box over here so I can just pull. So first off, we got this, I think this was Elite WWE Network Spotlight, I think it's called. John Morrison. Looks a little yellowed, the white paint. But besides that, I am happy to finally have AJ Styles in my collection, like this older style of Elite figures. So yeah, very happy to have this in my collection, finally. Next up, we got this basic Samoa Joe. We're going to open it here. Get this off the camera. Alright, so here's the basic Samoa Joe. I will be doing a custom with this, so that's why I got it. But besides that, I would keep it as is, but I'm going to be using it for a custom. So next up, we got this basic Daniel Bryan. Once again, I'll pull it off screen. Alright, so just like the Samoa Joe, I'll be using this Daniel Bryan for a custom. Throw it right there. Next up, we got yet another basic Daniel Bryan, so pretty cool. Alright, so here's the Daniel Bryan. Gonna be using the head scan for the figure, so yeah, I'm not gonna lie, in the pictures, the figures look a lot better. So that's very, very upsetting, not gonna lie, but I can just clean them all off. Next up, we got this Elite Cody Rhodes. Sorry if it seems like I'm trying to speed run through this, but like I said, I am in a hurry. Plus, it is super hot, so yeah. But here's a better look at the Cody. So yeah, very nice to finally have like a more modern. Well, I use modern very loosely because we've had a whole bunch more since this figure, but it's nice to have a kind of modern Cody Rhodes, like when he was in this era. So pretty nice. Then there's two more. So we got Mark Henry. All right, so here we got Mark Henry out of the packaging. This is a slightly more updated version compared to the Mark Henry I have. They are making a new Mark Henry, so I will, hopefully they make like the bold version of Mark Henry in the future, but I'm very happy to have this in my collection. And I believe just one more. Yep, just one more. Let me move the box right over here. Just go right there. We have this CM Punk. So we got this taken out. I can just rip this one. So there we go. Perfect. I'm actually very happy to have a CM Punk before he left figure. Very nice. The legs are a tad bit loose, but that's not that big of a problem. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys everything I got. I am still waiting for one more package. So very happy for these two. Yeah, we got this Cody. We got this AJ. Again, I do apologize if it seems like I'm trying to hurry this up, but okay, so I'm going to go make these customs. I will be right back. Really fast, actually, before I go make these customs, let me show you guys what I'm going to be doing. So, I'm going to be using this Samoa Joe, taking the head and the arm, not the heads, taking the head and the arms and putting it on this Samoa Joe. And then these two Daniel Bryants, I'm going to use to put onto this Daniel Bryan. So yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So quick disclaimer, never customize while you're in a hurry. Nothing bad happened, but I felt myself rushing through and I burned myself a few times with the hot water. You need to be careful. Never customize when you're in a hurry. I got lucky with all of these. But yeah, anyways, so let me put John Morrison right up here. No, I'll put John Morrison right here so I can show the worst custom of the three. So here we got the first custom. This is supposed to be like what if Eminem got back together today. This isn't supposed to be like a 2006 era Eminem. This is just, a fantasy deal. So here we got Joey Mercury. The head scan does not match the skin tone, sadly. Besides that, like, I do kind of like how it looks because it's going for it's what I was going for, like a modern day Eminem. So a bald Mercury and then Morrison with long hair. So yeah, pretty cool. Very simple custom, but I've seen other people use the Jax Mercury head and that looks a little bit better. But this was just a fun little throw together deal. But yeah. Now I got Eminem and Elite, so pretty cool. Next up, let me save the best for last. Next up, we got this Samoa Joe. The head fits a little funky on here. As you guys can see, it's a little too big for the neck piece. But besides that, I think it actually looks really good. And I think this is kind of an upgrade from what it was before. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this Joe. It looks like it got a little scratched. I don't know if it was like that beforehand. But, yeah, very happy to have this Joe like this. I think it looks pretty awesome. We put him right next to Punk. That is kind of cool seeing them next to each other. And then the best of my entire customs is this Daniel Bryan. This head scan alone breathed so much new life into this figure. I truly believe that. This figure looks awesome, in my personal opinion. So when I start doing videos for my, SHW or just in general, I'm going to use, I really want to use this figure a lot because I think this figure looks incredible with just the normal elite arms and then the basic head. The basic arms. This figure looks amazing. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at right now for this episode of Mail-Mania. Again, I apologize with how fast I'm trying to talk and all that. I'm in a hurry. I shouldn't have customized, but, I wanted to. So, yeah. But this is what we're looking at for this episode of Mail-Mania. Waiting on one more package. And, yeah, so that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed this part. I will see you guys in the next clip. And I'm back. So I got 2 new packages. This will be it for this episode of Mail-Mania. So I got this package right here, the plain black one. And then I got this one right here. One of these is going to be for a custom. So yeah. While I'm opening these, I don't know if you guys heard the news. I don't know how much you guys are into games. Obviously, there's going to be gaming videos on this channel. PlayStation decided to basically end physical media for, or at least the PlayStation consoles. So that means that the PS6 and maybe the remaining years of the PS5 will no longer have games. Well, not games, but they would no longer have physical releases of games. So that sucks because I have bought every single wrestling game ever since the PS1. So it sucks, but here's the figure. It sucks. I'm annoyed. I would like to do a video on my collection in the future, but I'm just so bummed out because it's like, come on, dude. I've been collecting these for years, and PlayStation now all of a sudden is just like, oh, well, we're gonna stop. So it's so frustrating, dude. Like, why? But whatever, I guess. So here's the figure. It is Matt Hardy. Now I already have this figure, so this figure will be used for a custom. So I'll just set Matt right over there. And then this figure, I'm very excited for. So yeah, I'll show you guys what's in here. But yeah, it's just super frustrating. Me and my cousins, we were talking, and they're upset too. They're not that big into physical. Like, my cousin, he collects movies. My other cousin, he doesn't really collect much physical media, but he still understands the importance of it. So here's the next figure. It is Pastaroni. So shells with white cheddar. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to comment, like. I'm making a really bad joke. I'm sorry, but yeah. It's super frustrating, man. Cause like, what do you mean? Like, physical media is done for on the PlayStation. I don't know. Someday I'll make a video, like I said, going over my wrestling game collection. So, yeah. Oh no, I'm just super bummed out by that because I've been collecting for years and it's just, I don't know. But, you know, how's this thing go? All good things must come to an end or something like that. So, yeah. Guess it holds true still. So, let me get this figure out. This figure I'm very excited for. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Okay. I'm actually very happy to finally have this in my collection after years of wanting it. I never was actively searching for it. Okay, the feet are very stiff. One of them is very stiff and like a weird angle, so I'm gonna have to heat that up and then put it in the right way. But the next figure I got, dude, I'm actually so happy that I finally have this figure in my collection. Next up, I got Ezekiel Jackson. Dude, this figure looks sick. I'm so happy to have it. Here you can see the foot is all messed up. I need to heat it up and I'll pull it back down. But dude, I'm genuinely so happy to finally have Ezekiel Jackson in my collection. So for SHW, I can't wait to bring this tag team back. I don't know if any of you remember this team, but the Brian Kendrick with his bodyguard Ezekiel Jackson, dude, I can't wait. That's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to start making shows for SHW. But yeah, I'm gonna go do the custom Matt Hardy. I'm gonna go fix Ezekiel Jackson's arm, and then yeah. So I'll be right back. And I'm back. So here's the custom. Whoops, there goes Ezekiel Jackson. Here's the custom. So here we go. It's Matt Hardy. Well, it's a fix up. I keep on calling customs fix up or fix ups customs, but it's really just a fix up. So all this was the WrestleMania 35, I think, Matt Hardy. And then I just put the Matt Hardy arms from the green pants figure onto here. So the pegs are a little long, so I need to trim them up for this arm because the arm is sticking out just a little bit. But yeah, I think the figure looks pretty good, a lot better. They have like, whoops, let me hit the box. They have this like old school, like how the Mattel figures used to be made with like the pins and all that, and then the pre TrueFX head scan. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good. So we'll just set Matt Hardy right back here beside Austin Aries and CM Punk. And then here we got Big Ezekiel Jackson. So yeah, this foot is better now. Whomever was at Mattel got really glue happy, and the foot was glued. I don't know if you guys can see, but I had to take a knife through it. I don't know if you guys can really see that or not. Yeah, but I took a knife and I just went right through the foot. You can kind of see some glue inside the hinge as well. But yeah, it's all good now. So yeah, now this Ezekiel Jackson can stand. It's a little loose and it kind of falls forward, but it is what it is. I'll figure out something to do when I animate with it. But yeah, that was it for this episode of Mail-Mania. As I've said in the beginning, this is a very nostalgic episode of Mail-Mania. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything I got. I did notice that this AJ Styles is extremely loose, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one because I won't be able to animate with this because I am able to helicopter this AJ Styles. So, and then I saw that the pin or the leg is loose on here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the pin is out of the socket or the joint, as you guys can see. So that's really annoying. Plus, there's a giant chip on the back of his head, so that's super annoying. But I'll have to buy a new AJ at some point. Maybe I'll just use this one for fodder or something like that. I'll figure out something to do with this AJ. But yeah, for now, it's whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I'll find a new AJ at some point. But yeah, that was it for this episode of Mail-Mania. Like I said, let me move Ezekiel Jackson over just a little bit so you guys can see him. There we go. Like I said, this is a very nostalgic episode of Mail-Mania. And yeah, I'm very happy with what I got. Surprisingly enough, that Joey Mercury is really growing on me. Despite the difference in skin tones, it's really grown on me. And then have it with that Morrison, to me, it just looks amazing. I just love how they look. But yeah, anyways, that was really it for this episode. Well, that is it for this episode of Mail-Mania. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.